everyone, it's Mika, and in this video I'm going to share with you guys 3 reasons I often find crochet braids to be a hot mess. I'm not only just going to tell you what I have a problem with, but I'm also going to offer you solutions as to how you can avoid making your crochet braids a hot mess. This is coming from someone that absolutely is down for crochet braids. I love crochet braids. I love everything that's coming out lately. The faux lock, the twist, the pre-twisted hair, all of that is good. Keep doing what you're doing. All the companies that are putting out hair like that to make it more easy and accessible for ladies to achieve those styles. Okay, with that being said, some of us do from time to time run into problems with our crochet braids for one reason or the other. Sometimes I see individuals with crochet braids that have way too much hair in comparison to their head, and then sometimes I see crochet braid styles that have way too little hair installed. With those that put in too little, it often comes off like your hair is unfinished. It comes off like you have really thin hair. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but I know most want at least a full look. If you crochet in too little hair, then you will run into that problem where it looks unfinished. Okay, at no point should we be able to see cornrow crochet hair at the top of your head, at the back of your head, at the side of your head, at least unless the wind is blowing. Okay, I'll forgive you if the wind blows. It happens. Okay, when you put in too much hair, what happens is it just looks really unrealistic. Okay, even for my head, I have a pretty big head. Okay, I'm not ashamed to say it. I have a big head club in the house. It's like crazy. Okay, it's 6, 7, 8, 9 packs may be too much. It depends on the size of your head. With any style you want to do, you want it to be realistic or at least believable, unless you're going for an eccentric look. But for us everyday ladies, you know, you want to have something that's realistic and looks nice. So if you put in too much hair, the problems that you could run into with that is just difficulty in terms of styling your hair. I've seen so many twists installed on one person's head that they cannot even put their hair in a style. They have to leave their hair down, or maybe take 2 from the side and tie the rest of them back. It's so much hair that they can't get it in a bun. Even if they did get it in a bun, the bun is bigger than their head, or they can't even get it in a bun at all, so they settle with just putting their hair in a half up half down style. Another problem you can also run into with putting too much hair into your head or installing too much crochet hair is difficulty with just maintaining it in terms of tying it down to sleep at night. How the heck are you gonna keep all of that contained? The most obvious thing that will happen when you put too much hair in is it's gonna be heavy. Okay, your neck is gonna get a workout. In no time you're gonna be like those guys that work out and you get that big muscle from right here down to your shoulders. I don't know what you call it. But yeah, you definitely don't want to have all of that stress on your neck. In addition to it being heavy and weighing down on your neck, it's also going to create tension on your actual natural hair. It's going to be pulling at the cornrows. Of course, you know, with that constant tension, it's going to probably lead to breakage or hair loss or thinning or something along those lines. So to avoid that altogether, you definitely want to put in a realistic amount of hair. So my solution to both problems with having too little or too much hair installed in your crochet hairstyle is to finger space or space out the installation. What I would recommend that you do is finger space, and whether you use 1 finger or 2 fingers. Once you install a braid or a twist or whatever it is, put your finger down at that point, and then 2 fingers after is where your next install would be. And you continue that with each braid. Once you're done with your whole entire head and you see there's certain areas that are not as full as you would like, or they're too thick or thicker than you would like, you can go back and take them out, or you can go back and put in more. The second problem that I find with crochet braid styles is the gap. Okay, I know you guys know it. You guys have seen it. You're like, yo, I can park a car in that gap. There's no reason why you should have hair coming from here and then this big 2-3 inch gap and then hair starting out here. Okay, here's the solution for that. You definitely in the front front part of your hair, particularly in the parts where you know for a fact you're going to have your hair parted, you definitely want to make those cornrows closer together. What I typically do is, for the front half of my head, I get cornrows that are smaller together, and then once I get to the crown of my head, I combine 2 to 3 of those cornrows and make bigger cornrows in the back, because it's not really necessary to have small cornrows in the back, especially with curly voluminous styles. It's very easy to fill that in really quickly. When you're focused in on the area where you want to have your actual part, you want to make sure that you install the crochet braids with little to no spacing, particularly in those 2 cornrows that are gonna create that natural part for you. If you know you want to have multiple parts on your head, then you definitely want to do the same thing for those areas. So what I find is some people will just do they may want to style their hair up, so they will just take their hair and put it up, and then you see all the loops that are crocheted into the cornrow, and you can see that it's obviously a cornrow, and you can see all of those knots. And the solution to that is choosing the right braid pattern. If you're installing hair that is naturally curly, naturally voluminous, straight back cornrows will work out fine for you. If you only intend to just keep your hair down, or at the most put it back and slick it down and keep it back, then having straight back cornrows is a good option for you, because you're not really going to be doing much with it anyways. If you are the kind that like to change up the style of the crochet braids, maybe you want to do a half up, half down, maybe you want to have all up, the best braid pattern for you would probably be the Vixen crochet braid pattern. And so there's leave out down the center, there's leave out down the from ear to ear, and I do believe there's leave out at the perimeter. So no matter how you style your hair, there's leave out that's covering up all the braiding that's going on and all the crocheting that's going on. Definitely hides all the crocheting and everything, so there's no way that anyone would see any of that when you have your hair up, sideways, whatever you want to do with it. That's a better braid pattern, particularly with the full locks and with the pre-twisted hair, the mambo twist type hair. What people do is they have leave out around the perimeter. They still do the crochet braids in the center, but they give at least 1 inch or 2 inches of leave out where they individually twist in those twists or install those locks. So if you pull up your hair, it appears that your hair has been installed individually. It looks like you individually installed each twist or lock, when in fact you just did that around the perimeter. Yeah, so those are some options. So definitely do your research when it comes to deciding what braid pattern you want to go with, whether you're having a friend do it or you're having a stylist do it. You want to come to that conclusion before you even sit in the chair. So that's it for this video. Those were 3 reasons why I see crochet braids can turn out to be a hot mess, and those were the solutions. I hope you guys found this video informative. Comment down below with any other reasons why crochet braids could be a hot mess and offer your solutions for those problems. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.